I think of myself as a woman, an Igbo woman, a Nigerian, an African, a person of color, an artist. And the fascinating thing is that the layers I add to how I identify myself changes over time. It just keeps broadening as I move farther out into the world.
Njideka Akunyili Crosby is a visual artist who explores the cultural and environmental terrains between her adopted home in Los Angeles and her native home in Nigeria. She uses a wide variety of techniques and works with collages and transfer-based paintings. The first piece of artwork I looked at was Mother and Child. In this painting, she is viewed sitting in her living room with her back towards the viewpoint. By some viewers, she may be seen as inattentive or isolated with her body language and form. This photo radiates an aspect of unknowingness and mystery. She also uses family photographs, Nigerian fabrics, and traditional patterns to cover things like the floor and walls. Njideka decided to do this painting in honour of her mother, who had recently passed away. At the time of the painting, she was also expecting her first child.
This is a family album, and oh no, and say, brace yourself. Every photograph my family has from when my parents got married till when I moved to America, so maybe like late 90s, early 2000s, is in this one album. 6 children. We're talking over 20 years, one album. But this is probably our family's most valued possession. The figures in the work are based on my family, my life. My husband shows up in the work a lot. My siblings have been showing up in a series. I'll also look for things like plants. I've been doing a combination of plants that I found in Los Angeles, but also plants that I found in Nigeria. So you have this.
Watching this clip, I saw many similarities between her family and mine. This is when I decided to go downstairs and look through the family album. I selected a photo and decided I would do it in mixed media. I used shading, painting, and layering, like NJDK. For my response, I chose this picture of my grandmother and my cousin. I then used shading and mixed media within fabrics, different backgrounds, colours, and gradients. Whilst making my response, I thought about diverse artists and how artists of minority have to work that much harder. Njideka Akunyili celebrates our cultural heritage throughout her artwork, contradicting generalizations about African experience. She expresses her identity as a Nigerian artist living and working in America. She also expresses the challenges she faces that come with this. Following the death of George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter movement has highlighted problems of race in our society today. The movement has acknowledged problems in the art world too, with a general lack of diversity in the artists who are represented worldwide. Museums across the world display nowhere near enough black artists in their collections. NJDK continues to create works that open our eyes to her own cultural experiences as a Nigerian woman living in America. Looking back at Mother and Child, NJDK paints and alludes to the Western image of a mother and child, notably the Virgin and Child, which dominated the history of art. But here, what we see goes further than this standardized image. By applying layer after layer, she embeds more and more of her own history. It is written by her and laid out for us to see.